Hey, Gary.
Good morning, Gary. How are
Good
you?
morning, guys. Everybody doing good?
So how are you doing, Gary?
I'm doing okay. Yeah, just trying to, figure it out, and little by little, brick by brick, stone by stone, I clean up the crap I screw up, and sometimes I get it fixed, and sometimes I have to do it twice.
Yeah, so I heard Disney's scheduled to reopen on July 11th. The governor approves it
How are they going to do that?
very carefully. I don't know.
My husband actually works for Disney. He's on the construction team, and he's actually going back in tomorrow. Figures, he's been home for 2.5 months, and now I do this, and now he's going back to work tomorrow. So tomorrow they have him for orientation, and next week he starts working back to work 10-hour days. So yeah, so that's gonna happen.
Debbie, how you doing?
I am hanging in there. I am, it's a day-by-day process. Every day, I feel a little better, but I was just saying before, I'm very, very frustrated right now because I really need to work. And I can't really I haven't done anything in the last, 9 days since this happened. So, but I am home, and I made it from my little place on the couch to my office this morning. That was like a big trip to get to my office because it's on the other side of the house. And I sat in the chair. I'm like, all right, this is not so bad. So tomorrow I'm going to try to get back on the phones, even if it's for like short, 15, 20 minute, at a time. As long as I'm not in pain, because once I'm in pain, if I start getting in pain, then it's not good.
Well, I can identify you with you, Debbie.
Yeah, I know. You just had that,
Yeah, my second hip replacement. So
yeah, so I remember.
Yeah, it's an adjustment. It was a challenge, but
yeah, I've never been on crutches or anything like that. So I'm using a walker, so not on crutches, but
yep. I still got mine.
I'm not running a marathon anytime soon, that's for sure.
You will.
But,
good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing?
Amazing.
Awesome.
Good. This is going to be interesting. Okay. I need you guys to be monitoring any questions coming from YouTube or in the chat box here. Okay. Because I am not going to be able to pay a lot of attention to it as I'm trying to run everything else. So if you guys see questions in that you know the answers to, feel free to please answer those questions. So basically, I want to welcome everybody. This is our first mastermind that's a long period of time on Zoom. So kind of excited, and also, we got to figure out how to make it run well. Anybody who has been in Florida, obviously there are a lot of people outside of Florida joining us today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is our quarterly Florida Mastermind, obviously cool. Doing it virtual this time. And how we run our masterminds are basically, I'm gonna go ahead and mute everybody for right now, and then unmute yourselves, okay, so we don't get any background noise. So what we do is we have Florida Masterminds every quarter. They go back and forth between myself and Laura. So they go from Boca to Orlando to Boca to Orlando every year. And we've been doing it for several years, and it's been really awesome. At the masterminds, we usually I do the first hour, and it's like a mastermind that starts early. At 10 o'clock, only people come to the mastermind that want to, and then I do a 1 hour business plan. So if you have your business plans ready, have them ready. And what I do is go ahead and review somebody's business. So you're going to see that this morning. You're going to see Ernie and Debbie's business being reviewed from me through the 1 hour business plan, pretty much. And I do that for the first hour. And then the actual mastermind starts at 11 and goes to 4 or 5. Just depends on how many people we have speaking. People can bring issues, but we always have people that share what they're doing successfully. Okay. We usually don't have that necessarily prepared out beforehand. We know, the people who always are talking at every mastermind, but then it changes, for what people are doing successfully. Then a lot of the time what we'll do, Mark, Iris is calling my phone. And then what we do after that is, we usually have a little bit of an interaction through as well. People are commenting or giving feedback or what they're doing successfully as well, depending on what the topic is. So I don't know exactly how that's going to work. If you guys are asking questions, please, in either on YouTube or in Zoom, I'm not going to pay as much attention to the questions, so other people need to answer them. As you know, the answers, if people are asking them, I'd appreciate it, because I expect probably throughout the day, we're going to have at least a couple hundred people on here. So it's going to be awesome. The people who are going to be presenting today, which is not necessarily how we do it, but we had to get kind of like a beforehand, since it was going to be through Zoom, of people that we're going to present today. So like I said, I'm going to do the business plan where I review somebody's business. Laura then is going to do recruiting and training, and Jillian is going to talk about how to get business from your database without paying for more leads. We always love stuff like that. Suzanne, apps to help with social media. Nick is going to talk about omnipresence. He does an amazing job with that. Janelle, ads that work, also great job with that. Michelle and Carl, OSA recruiting and training through Zoom. Melissa, setting up a team leader structure for your team. Dawn, Facebook Messenger, which she does a great job with that. And Jennifer, profitability, how to earn and keep more money. Sushma, buyer follow-up system. And Janelle, seller follow-up system. So a few of us, just a handful of us, have been working hard every week for the past couple months on buyer and seller follow-up. And Janelle and Sushma happen to be two of the people. So they're going to kind of share what we've been working on the last couple months every week, and kind of the process that we went through to set up the buyer and seller follow-up. The videos, they're going to share some videos that we put together. So it was a really hard, long process, but I think it's turned out really, really well. And we're going to keep tweaking it along the way. So they're going to kind of go into that. They can work on that together even, But anyways, we got Grace, pre-selling package, Lee, new construction marketing, Gary, lead conversion and adding to buyer presentation, rent versus own. We saw this in our, when we were working on follow-up systems, we saw this from Gary, and he did great that he added into his buyer presentation. It's really, really good. So he's going to talk about that. Zach, how to video production, and Paulo geofencing. So we have a great lineup today, and I'm really, really excited to have all of you. Welcome, welcome. Okay, we aren't going to be taking any breaks, so feel free to eat or whatever. The big thing you got to do is make sure that your microphones are, because you can unmute yourself, which is fine. We are, besides the first hour that I always do with here, the presentations probably will be anywhere between 10 and 20-ish minutes, maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little bit less. And then hopefully a few minutes we'll have to do question and answer. But I got to keep everybody on track to try to get through everything today. Okay. Yeah, you can record the meeting. Yes, you can. I can't imagine you're going to go back and watch all this meeting, but absolutely you can record it. I was going to try to record it in different sessions. Okay, a little bit if I can. That's what I'm going to. So I'll start like with Ernie and Debbie, and then stop it, and then go to the next. I mean, I'm going to try, but we'll see. We'll see how well I do here. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to start recording this. Welcome to our Florida Mastermind, everybody. So you are going to first see myself with, I am going to share actually the 1 hour business plan. We always, with my coaching members, usually go over like October and November each year, where we work on it together as a coaching group. Okay. And, you know, we work on it over the 2 months because obviously, as everybody knows, it's really not a 1 hour business plan, but it's very important to run your business through a business plan. And the 1 hour business plan is the best. So we take it, we break it up, we break it down, we discuss it. And I go through a format. And so I don't have the whole format here, nor are we going to go through it. I just kind of want to show you a couple things that we're going to discuss today. But I highly recommend, if you don't have the 1 hour business plan completed, that you do complete it. And also if you have it completed, this is the time to look at it, see how well you're doing, and make sure you're adjusting it. Okay. And then going through pretty much the business analysis, okay, strengths and weaknesses that you have, situation analysis, picking out your competitors. We're going to just touch on a few things today. I know that Ernie's been working hard with Debbie on getting all the numbers that he knows I'm going to start asking him about. Competitive analysis, going into your customer research, okay, and then your situation analysis, your threats and opportunities that you have in your market, and then your historical sales data. Okay, so some of this takes time to go back and to really look at and to analyze it. And then basically, what are your objective and goals? And then going into your business goals, your volume breakdown, this is the big one, okay, as well. And then your listing and buyer source breakdown. So where's your marketing coming from? What are you doing in marketing? Your goals in your marketing, ideas to implement, your team building, technology, training, education, past client retention, customer service referrals, and so forth. These are your personal goals. So just going through these things are very important. And you're going to see today, actually, what I'm going to have is Ernie share more of his numbers and such. So welcome, Ernie and Debbie. How are you?
Good, Kristen. And I just want to thank you for doing this mastermind and for being a great coach, friend, and mentor to us over the last 5 years.
Oh, my pleasure. Absolutely. So Debbie and Ernie came to me a couple of years ago. You had seen in their business which a lot of us, so you guys have been in Craig Proctor for how long?
We are in 5 years this year.
Okay, so 5 years that they've been in Craig Proctor. Hold on, I don't want to share my screen. I want you to share your screen.
Okay.
Anyways, can you share your screen, Ernie?
Sure. Let me bring the business plan up.
So basically, you guys have been in 5 years. They came to me a couple of years. It's been almost a couple of years, right?
Yes, we started with you in June of 2018.
Okay, so their business is struggling. So they've gone up and down. So a lot of us to the roller coaster that this is all about, right? So they came up and down in their business. They came to me in 2018, struggling tough. And the first thing that I did with them, and what you all want to do as well, is what do we focus on?
Numbers.
Knowing numbers.
Yep. And so they had been in the system for a couple of years already and really didn't know their numbers, right? They spent probably about 80 hours pulling the information, and everybody, goes, and you hear Craig and Craig and Todd talk about it all the time about how important numbers are, but it's the way you have to figure your business out. So I told Ernie and Debbie that it's going to be very challenging for me to help you in your business if you don't know your numbers. As soon as you know your numbers and you can figure them out, I can pick every single hole that you have in your business every month. Okay, because our holes change. What we have to fix changes all the time. And I said, but as long as you are focused on your numbers, I can help you fix and identify the holes the issues that need to be focused on, right?
Yep.
So I don't know exactly what you were tracking before. Do you remember?
We were tracking, but it wasn't as intense as yours, and we were very lackadaisical, and we needed a kick in our ass, so that's why we came to you.
So,
We
but
got our ass kicked.
yeah, you guys get your ass kicked quite a bit. They just
Yeah,
had a
but
good-
the best one was this month. So for me, anyway.
So they basically, the thing is that they had no idea where their issues were in their business, and we could identify it. So what I did is I told them they had a good year, a really good year. And I believe it was 2016 or 16.
We made 250-ish thousand, our best year to date.
So they're newer, and they were brand new into being a team, right? They formed a team once they started with Craig Proctor. So it was, and so they went from, okay, I mean, obviously they were just starting, and then they went up and they went really good. And then they went like straight down worse than, I mean, it was terrible, right? So we had to identify what happened. And by able to track and go back and look at, and I said, okay, what we got to see is what did you do every single month? How many leads were you generating in your best year? So what were you doing? Every month, I want you to go back and figure out what leads you're generating every single month, where the sources were coming from. Okay. And they didn't really have all this. So they had to go and try to pull up as much as they could. And the stuff that they couldn't pull up, they started tracking. Okay. And then we had to go back and we had to look at it and identify why now to the year after that, the terrible year, what is the difference month to month? How many leads, what sources, what closings they had? Okay. Can you share or no?
Yeah, you don't see my screen right now?
Nope. All I'm seeing is Zoom.
Let's see.
I don't see nothing here.
You see it now?
Nope.
Nope.
Doing the same thing, sharing. Desktop, share. And it actually even says stop share, because it should be sharing.
Okay, stop share again.
Desktop.
Volume breakdown analysis, what I got on the screen.
Yeah, stop sharing and share it again.
Okay.
And click on what you want to share.
Okay, let's try it again. Share screen, desktop, share.
So then,
You see it now?
No.
no.
Yeah, it says you are screen sharing.
You are, but you're sharing your browser.
All I'm seeing is the Zoom thing across
Zoom,
the.
even I can just see
That is
Zoom.
Weird.
Click on what you want to share, Ernie.
Okay, let me come out of the document and go back into it. Hang on one second.
Yeah, I see in Jock's screen. Jock means screen.
Um,
I see it. I see his breakdown analysis.
yeah,
Do
that's
you?
weird.
I don't see it.
I don't see it too.
Hang on one
Wow.
second.
You guys, when you go up to view options, I'm not quite sure why the setting has changed, but view options, I can actually select if I want to see Ernie's screen or somebody else's screen. Usually it's
That is
not
weird.
that way, but if we
Yeah,
go
okay, I
up
can
there-
see it. I
That
can
was
see
mine
it.
too.
Oh, yeah, weird. At the very top, guys.
No,
Where is it?
At the very top. It
You
says,
have a green button and then you have to the right of it, the view option.
Option.
Click on that and you'll see
Hang on.
Ernie or
yeah,
Jacques.
that's weird.
It is weird.
Ask
Where-
Jacques to
where
stop
says-
the share.
Where it says more?
At the very top, at the very, 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 very top, it says
Yeah.
Zoom, the gray or
View
whatever.
options.
And then it says view options. It's a black little button up there.
I don't have that
At
at
the
all.
very, very top.
Yeah, I'm looking at the top. I have it says Zoom, then I've got the mute, start video, share content, participants, and more.
Share.
Oh, maybe it could be at the bottom. Go ahead and share it. It could be a new thing on Zoom, you guys, because they're always doing new stuff.
It must have changed it since yesterday, because I was on with my students yesterday. Let's see.
Hey, Kristen, there's multiple people sharing their screen. So Jacques
Yeah,
sharing
that's
his
who I'm
screen,
getting.
and Ernie is sharing his screen.
Well,
If
Jacques,
Jacques can stop the share,
yeah.
it'll make it less confusing.
That's probably the problem right there.
Okay, so I'm going to talk while they figure it out. So my first one. So when I was doing this business plan, I was really just going over it at first, and then last time the very first one I did was Carl and Michelle. So Carl and Michelle, what did you learn from the business plan?
Okay, there I
We
got it
learned
now.
that we need to track more and review them more often, and then make changes once we